Hey everyone, Naturally Neek here. I'm actually in a really good mood today, thank God. So from the title, let's start this shit over again.
Oh, sweet you. Hey, my baby.
Hey everyone, Naturally Neek here. So I'm here with a new video, and so yesterday, January 31st, was Bell Let's Talk, and I was like, okay, let me do a video with some stuff that has to do with like Bell Let's Talk. So I don't know if anyone knows, so there's this app called Vent, and what Vent is an app where so what Vent is, it's a app that people can go on and basically vent. And I've been on that app I think for about 2 years now, and there's a lot of venting that goes on there. Like, I guess people that are really going through it, even like kids and teens that are really going through it, family and like within themselves, and like some of the things I see, it legit breaks my heart. And I'm just like, no one deserves to feel alone or whatever. So I'm not on it as often, but like I always go in and I check in sometimes, and I always write on there like, you're not alone, you know. And I try to write little messages, and I guess whoever comes across it, like, I hope it really helps them. But that's my app, man. I love that app. So basically, before I get into it, so Belle started this thing called Bell Let's Talk. So for those of you that don't know what Bell Let's Talk is, it's basically, I'm gonna just read it off. It's Bell Let's Talk promotes mental health awareness, acceptance, and action built on 4 key pillars: fighting stigma, improving access to care, supporting world-class research, and leading by example in workplace mental health. So that's what Bell Let's Talk does. So like, I'm not trying to make this video long. So basically, like, I guess I just wanted to come on here and talk a bit about, like, I guess mental health and my own personal issues. So I went on my app Vent, and I wrote that, like, I'm doing YouTube now, and someone, like, if people really want to get to know me, to watch my I think it's my something question tag, well, basically get to know me tag. And if anyone really watches my video, in that video I talked about my tattoo and my semicolon, and I also said if anyone wants me to talk more about it, to just message me and I'll do it. And surprisingly, I actually got a message from someone saying if I would be able to just share a bit about my story and my tattoo and the reason behind it and so forth. So I just want to say, like, mental health, it's real. You have some people that brush it across under the rug like it's nothing. Like, it's real, and people go through it. Like, not even like a lot of things, like anxiety, depression, and being in anxiety, depression, it leads to like people thinking suicide and people actually doing suicide. And it's really sad, you know. And in that video of mine I said that I've been a person, I suffer from anxiety. I fell into depression a couple of times. I've had suicidal thoughts. I've even attempted I attempted to do suicide. And you know, I don't want to say like it's sad. It is kind of sad in a way, you know. And some people might look as like, oh, this person's looking for attention. Maybe someone's looking for attention because they probably feel like they're not being heard. They probably feel like they're not getting noticed or whatever. And with that being said, like, this is the reason why with my program I'm doing in college, which is the program I'm in is Assaulted Women and Children Advocate Counselor. And with doing that program, like, I know in my heart I meant to like do something for youth. I used to be that youth that, like, I'm not gonna say like I was troubled, and I don't believe in troubled, you know, more like going through things. And I want to let you know, like, you're not alone. Like, there are people out here you can talk to, there's resources and so forth. And that's what I want to do, and I'm sticking to that. Like, I think ever since grade 10, I always said, oh, I'm going to be a child and youth worker. But unfortunately, applying to that program, I wasn't getting in because of, I guess, my English score or whatever that I was getting. Like, I was getting close, but I wasn't spot on. So then I found this program, like, okay, whatever. I'm going to do this program because at the end of the day, with certain things that I'm learning in this program, I've seen it, I've been through it, or whatever. And with me doing this program, I can still at the end of the day do what I want to do with youth. So that being said, so with this message I got on Vent, so I got a tattoo of my semicolon. So just a little background. I guess it was after my grandma passed. I can't remember the year she passed. I think I was like in grade 6, grade 7. And she passed away. She was sick and she passed. And I think it was after her passing, I feel like I was more to myself. I've always been a quiet one. I've always been a quiet one. But I think when she passed is when I was more to myself. I was more in my room. I was more sad and so forth. And it was just, for me, it was kind of hard because it's like, just looking back, like, my grandma was a happy lady. Like, I've heard the stories of the stuff she's been through, and oh my god, like, it wasn't great stories. And she was so loving, she was so caring, she was always smiling. Like, if there's one thing that I will, like, one thing I can never erase is that smile of hers. Always smiling. And you know, and she helped to grow me or whatever. And you know, I remember her always trying to teach me things and telling me things and so forth and whatever. And I think after that is when I really fell into it. I fell into depression, and I was so locked off. And then sorry, like, I'm just like, ugh. I think I'm just trying not to cry. That's what it is. I'm just trying not to cry. So basically, I fell into depression, and you know, I was doing things I wasn't supposed to do. It was not like really bad things, like, oh my god, like, no. I was just in my own little world. And I can't remember what happened this specific day, but I remember I was just so sad. I was just so down. And at this time, I would never express my feelings. I wouldn't really talk to anyone. And I remember I had a bottle of pills that I got, I think, from an allergic reaction. And it said basically may cause drowsiness. And I took the bottle and I swallowed all the pills in the bottle. And basically, I passed out. I went to lay down and I passed out, and then I woke up, and then when I woke up, I was like, oh, don't you guys hate that? Sorry. Basically, I woke up and the room was spinning or whatever, and then the room was spinning, and I just remember I fell back down on the bed, and I basically just went to sleep. And I woke up, I'm like, okay, nothing happened. Like, I guess I'm meant to be here, right? So with that when that happened, I was like, okay. I cried, but I'm like, okay, I'll never do that again or whatever. And there was a next time where I proceeded to cut myself. So I ended up cutting my wrist, and I think like I still have like So right here, you probably won't be able to see it, but I have this little thing right here, and that's actually from when I cut myself. So I think I was just going through something. Me and my mom got into an argument, and I got really mad, and then I was just like, okay, whatever, fuck it, like I don't want to be here anymore, whatever. And I ended up cutting my wrist, and I didn't cut deep enough, so I basically, I would say like self-harm, right? I wasn't really trying to kill myself. I was just trying to harm myself. And I didn't feel good about it. And the next day I went to my mom and I told her what I did or whatever. And we sat down, we talked, and we had a heart to heart. And so forth. And she told me, like, you know, I'm her daughter, she loves me, and she wouldn't want anything bad to happen to me or whatever. And that happened. And so there was a specific adult, I'm not gonna say who, but because, you know, family anyways. So there's a specific family and family member, and seen the cut and asked what happened, and I basically lied or whatever and said, oh, it's nothing really. But like, it was like a bunch of scratches. Like, it looked really bad. It was so painful. And the next day, this specific person came in my room and said to me, oh, the next time you're trying to kill yourself, slit your wrist this way and you can fucking bleed out and die. And I was so shocked, and I bawled my eyes out. I'm like, how can an adult really look at a kid and say such things like that? Like, it doesn't make it any better. Like, how do you think they're gonna feel now, you know? And I felt like complete shit. That at that point I felt like, fuck, I should have just really slit my wrist and bleed out or whatever. And like, I was just so sad, and I always try to put it behind me, but like, it's obvious that's something you can erase, you know. I don't really let it bother me now, but like, it's something that like I will never forget. And it's just like, no one deserves to hear that, you know, like no one. And it's just like, I say that to say this, like, parents, talk to your kids, listen to your kids when they come to you about certain problems and how they're feeling. Do not brush that shit underneath the rug. It can become something serious, you know. You know, I'm from the Caribbean, like my background is Jamaican, like I'm Jamaican, right? And I know in the Caribbean right now there's a lot of kids committing suicide due to many reasons. And you have some parents that will basically just push it underneath the rug of what they're going through or whatever, or like they feel like they can't come to their own parents because it's like their parents won't listen or their parents won't believe them. And that is a sucky feeling, to be battling something like certain thoughts by yourself and know like you can't talk to anyone, you know. But I'm letting you youths know, you kids out there, like there is someone you can talk to. Just please, you know, you have your guidance counselor. I started from there. You know, I had a guidance counselor, 2 guidance counselors that I really trusted, and they made me feel like I could trust them, and I would always talk to them. And even now as an adult, once in a while I have a counselor that I go to when like I really feel down or whatever. Like now as an adult, I know I wouldn't commit suicide because you know my daughter, I'm here for my daughter, and I can't imagine leaving her behind or like killing myself and leaving her behind. And I know there are people there that have kids and they will still commit suicide, and it happens, you know. It's something that happens. But I know if I was to ever do that, I would leave her with questions and be wondering and so forth, like, you know, maybe wasn't I good enough for her to stay, or whatever. But like, yeah, I have a counselor I go to once in a while when like my thoughts are just like all over the place and I can't write, like, but I want to talk to someone and I know she's the only one I could talk to. I go to her. And now I have a book. I write out my feelings and I write affirmations to myself, and you know, I write how I feel, and then at the end, before I close off my journal, I write 3 positive things about myself. 3 positive things. And I also write things that I really want to accomplish and things that I know I can and will accomplish. And those are things that just really help me, you know. And I just want to say to everyone and everyone that watches this video, like, you're not alone. Don't ever feel like you're alone. There's always someone that you can talk to, you know. Like, I know what depression is. I know what anxiety is. I know what it can do to people and so forth. And yeah, I'm just try not to cry. Oh my god. So yeah, like, I know what anxiety is. I know what depression is. I know what suicide is. I know what it can do to you. Like, you'll be having a great day and then it's just like this dark cloud comes over you and you're like, fuck, and you try everything you can to just get out of it, but it's just like nothing you try to do will help. And like, just find someone that you can talk, that you can really trust and talk to, you know. And I feel like talking to someone is a starting point. And don't ever feel afraid. You kids and youths, don't be afraid to talk to someone. Like, you guys can make it. And that's why I got my semicolon, this tattoo here. You know, I've been through it, and I got my semicolon to represent that anxiety, depression, and suicide, and that lifeline still going with my heart, because with the little heart at the end, because at the end of the day, I'm still here, I'm still breathing, and I'm still going, you know. And I swallowed a bottle of pill thinking like, okay, that was it. I was never going to see my family again. They weren't going to see me again. And I'm still here, and I know I'm still here for a reason, you know. And at this moment, I'm still trying to figure that out. I know one of the reasons is for my daughter, and the second reason is to help youths and kids, you know. That's where my heart is, and that's what I'm gonna accomplish, and that's what I'm gonna do. And you know, I don't ever feel like you don't belong in this world. You know, we're all here for a reason, and it's just trying to find that purpose and so forth. And it's like, yo, anxiety, depression, that shit is real. Mental health, it's real. And if you know anyone that's going through it, don't fucking turn your back on them. Like, be a friend, be a sister, be a supporter, be something good to them. Let them know that they're not alone and that you're there for them. Listen to them when they speak. You know, a little hi or how are you doing today goes a friggin' long way for a lot of people. I'm telling you, you know. And sometimes you see some people walking around sad and mad, and it's just like, it's like, you're not the issue. They're just going through something. And a simple smile and hello, how are you? It goes a really long way, you guys. So, like, just know you're not alone. You know, you're really not. And so that's my little story. So I hope this helps someone. I hope someone sees this and realize, like, yo, I'm not alone. Like, I can keep going. You know, don't give up. You're all beautiful, you know. And We deserve to be on this earth, and we're all gonna make it, and we're all gonna become something great in life and so forth. Don't be afraid to speak to someone about how you're feeling. And if someone makes you feel like, holy shit, I can't trust them, fuck it and find someone else that you feel that you can trust. Just fuck them, fuck it. Find someone else that you know you can trust, please. But don't give up. Don't leave this world, you know. And I just want to say, sometimes we think to ourselves, maybe if I'm gone, everyone will be better off without me. And it's just like, no, you leaving the way you leave, like, just, okay, fuck it, I don't want to be here, no one loves me and so forth. Oh my God, I can't imagine, you know, like, your family's gonna be hurt, your parents are gonna be hurt, there's gonna be this, you're gonna leave them with questions of why and what ifs and what did I do wrong and so forth, you know. Just please let yourself be heard. And if you're not being heard by one person, you'll be heard by someone else. Trust me, you will be heard by someone else. So yeah, so that's my video. I hope you guys like it. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Remember, you're not alone. You are loved, and you deserve to be on this earth just like everyone else, even just as much as these assholes out here. And if you come across an asshole, just say fuck you and keep living life, because you all are beautiful and you deserve to be here just as much as these little fuckers that be saying shit to people to make them feel like they don't belong here. And children, youths, young adults, talk to someone, and everyone else, be an open ear, have your shoulder available, listen, and just support. It's just that simple. Just support. And remember, mental health and anxiety, depression, it's real. It happens. Don't sweep that shit underneath the rug. It's real. So yeah. See you guys in my next video. Bye.
Stay by my side.